channel. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you stay a while and join the clan. I am super excited to be back recording and back here with you guys. So I have a few videos that I'm about to try to push out this coming week, and I'm super excited to announce again that this giveaway is happening. So if you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead and enter into the giveaway so that you can get all of these amazing goodies. So I'm super excited and I can't wait to give these supplies away, and I hope that you enter so that you can be a recipient. All right, so I want to go ahead and dive into today's video because this is one of the videos that I was supposed to put out a long time ago, but due to unforeseen circumstances I wasn't able to. So nonetheless, here I am, and let's just go ahead and get it. Alright, so I have been asked numerous of times how much of the supplies that I actually purchased did I use. Long story short, I used all of it. However, there are a few things that I used a lot less, and there are a couple of things that I used a lot that made a huge difference in my recovery. So I want to go ahead and kick off this video by showing you guys the top 10 things that made my recovery so much better because I was using these supplies. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing that I want to show you guys that made all of the difference in my recovery is this Arnica Relief Oil. Okay, so I will be looping all of this information in the description box below with links so that you can go ahead and purchase this super easy and fast right from this channel. Okay, so this Arnica Relief Oil made all the difference in my massages because it helps with aches, pain, stiffening, swelling, and bruising, and I actually still use this oil to this day while I self-massage. So I love this oil. I feel like it definitely does bring me a lot of relief, especially when I was getting the massages in my earlier stages, but it definitely helps to keep me looking and feeling good as well. So go ahead and check out this oil because it definitely made a huge difference in my recovery.
Oh my goodness, I literally cannot make this video without mentioning this BBL seat riser. This helped so much when I was using the restroom and not sitting. Like, this is a must have.
The next thing that I want to talk about is this Cortisone 10 Eczema Cream. This Cortisone 10 Eczema Cream right here came in handy when I was in that itch phase. You know, when your stomach is itching, all those nerves are reconnecting and you are just itching like crazy. This product in particular, you can see that it's all bent up because I used all of it and I still use it because sometimes I still get a little itchy. So this product in particular made a world of difference when I was in that itching phase and also now. So I also purchased this off of Amazon, and I'm gonna go ahead and link that below as well. The next product that I would like to talk about is this Immune Defense. It's barely anything left in here. I talked about this on my video of my supply list because I talked about how important it is for us to make sure our immune system is high and that we are able to fight off all of the things that are happening after our bodies go through so much traumatic stress from surgery. So I still am putting these in my smoothies. Every time I make a good strawberry berry smoothie, I always dump this in here. And I do believe that this is the reason why I haven't, you know, gotten sick in the way that my body's been able to heal so well, because I've been keeping my immune system up, and this is an easy and fun way to do it. So I'll link this below if I have a link, because I actually got this in store at like a Ross, but I'll try to find it and loop it as well. The next thing I want to talk about is this Super Colon Cleanse. When I first talked about this in my video, I wasn't really sure how often I would use this because my initial reasoning for purchasing this was if I had trouble using the restroom in the beginning of my post-op recovery, I would use this to go ahead and force myself to do number 2. So I actually didn't have any problem using the restroom, so I didn't need to use it in the early parts of my recovery. But I started actually using this product faithfully. Whenever I would go out of town and I would come back in town, I would use this as a good natural detox for my body. And detoxes are important because my lower left side of my abdomen is where I still get very inflamed, and that's also where my small intestine is and where we hold a lot of toxins in our body. So detoxing has made a world of difference from keeping my stomach a little bit flat to extremely flat. And also it makes me happy to know that I'm taking care of my digestive system. So this is something else that I highly recommend because it just makes you go to the restroom and you just get all of that bad stuff out so that you have a clean digestive tract. That's important. Another thing that I have been taking faithfully are my VitaFusion women's vitamins. This is very easy to do, easy to remember to take these. I've been taking these ever since I had my surgery, and it's just keeping me feeling good because sometimes, you know, when it's so much that you have to do dealing with surgery, it's easy for your energy to get low. So these are energy and metabolism and bone support. So this is really, really, really good for that stuff. Now I want to get into these two teas that have definitely made a lot of difference in my recovery, and that is the pineapple tea and then the arnica tea. I like to actually mix these two together so that I'm able to do like a little like healthy cocktail, if you will, and they both help so much with like swelling. They help with just, you know, making sure that your body is healing properly and inflammation and things of that sort. So I like to take them together, and I still take them to this day. I actually am going to talk about some other tea that I use as well that has been really, really helpful. But these are my two main teas that have really been holding it down for your girl.
Hey dolls, I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to hop on really quick because as I was recording this video, I kept calling this 360 foam wrap an ab board. LOL, I don't know why, but please ignore it. That's not what I meant to say. This is a 360 foam wrap.
When I started using this ab board, it made wearing foams so much easier, so much better. I have it in small and I also have it in extra small. I finally made my way out of the small size very early on in my journey, and I've been wearing the extra small ever since, and I'm actually wearing the extra small one right now. So in my first video, I wasn't sure if I would even be able to get into the extra small because the small was so small compared to like my stomach at that point. I couldn't even put on a small before I had surgery, but after surgery now I'm wearing the extra small with ease. It's actually loose. So that was a huge plus in my recovery. Now another thing that I absolutely adored during my recovery was this boppy pillow. In my first video, I wasn't sure how I could even use this boppy pillow. So now all I do is use this boppy pillow. At this point, I can use this boppy pillow to sit. I can also use it to sleep. I don't have to sleep on my stomach anymore, but I still do because I was just trained to do it for this long, so I still find comfort in it. But even when I lay on my side, I still use this as a support so that my back isn't hurting while I'm laying on my side. And when I lay on my back, I use it as a support so that my back isn't hurting while I'm laying on my side, while I'm laying on my back. So I hope that makes sense.
Give me a boy's name that starts with the letter H.
Jose.
But nonetheless, this is a multifaceted boppy pillow that made a huge difference in my recovery, and I'm so grateful for it. Perfect. So those are the top 10 things that made my recovery so flawless and smooth. Well, not flawless, it made it smooth because no recovery is flawless. But now I want to kind of transition and get into some of the things that I have been taking recently that have definitely added to my recovery process, and things that I actually got early on in my recovery that made a huge difference. First thing that I want to show you guys is this grabber. So I didn't realize that after you have surgery, you're not going to be able to bend.
Oh, hold on.
I didn't even think of that. I had no idea. So I got that grabber, and it was perfect because for the first 5 days I was at Nested Recovery Home, and then as you guys know, I transitioned over into an Airbnb where my husband was flying in and out of Houston to kind of help me. But in the meantime, when he wasn't there, who was about to pick up all the stuff that I needed to be picked up off the floor? Silly stuff that you wouldn't even think of that you would need it for, I actually needed it for. So that grabber made a huge difference in my recovery. The other things that I want to talk about are my detox tea. This dandelion tea came in handy a lot when I was having a hard time staying away from sodium. Dandelion is a natural diuretic, which means that it's naturally going to go ahead and pull that sodium out and let it go out of your digestive system so that it's not keeping you dehydrated. So this is a dandelion blend detox tea, and it worked amazing. I don't have to take it as much now because now I'm stronger, I'm wiser, and I don't have to like have this battle with sodium as I did in the beginning, but I still take it because it's just good for you. The next thing that I love and am loving right now is this ginger plus probiotic tea. So this actually has ginger, it has turmeric in it, and of course it has the probiotics that are so good for your digestive system. So I'm taking all of these teas, and you know, I just drink them religiously, but I don't put any pressure on myself because honestly it's like, you know, if I don't get it from here, I know I'm gonna get it from here. If I don't get it from here, I know I'm gonna get it from here. Some kind of way I'm gonna get what I need to get, okay? So don't beat yourself up about it. If you forget to drink the tea, just drink it as soon as you can, but it does work better if you do take it, you know, on a consistent basis, of course. I recently started adding this Vital Proteins Collagen plus Peptides to my smoothies. I love this stuff. I heard so much about it. I added to my smoothies, and collagen is actually really good for your skin. When you go through liposuction, your skin will be loose. It's no way to avoid it. But when you compress and when you take collagen, it kind of helps your skin to retract in its natural form, or beyond that, better than that. So I love taking collagen. I want it to help with my tissue because I am experiencing, so that collagen is going to help with making sure my tissue is healthy as well. Another thing that helped a lot during my massages that I didn't get to talk about on my first video is this Aspercreme lidocaine spray. I have 2 of these bad boys because they definitely helped a lot with my massages, and they help to numb my skin on a superficial level, of course, but it helps a lot with my massages, especially once I ran out of pain meds. That lidocaine spray made a world of difference. We added these supplements to my regular intake because they help a lot with supporting your digestive system. Also, they have a lot of anti-inflammatory properties, and they support joint health, and it also promotes nutrient absorption. So you know how when you have surgery they tell you to eat a lot of pineapples? This is basically pineapples and pills. Simply put, we ain't even got to be extra about it. That's what it is. I just try to live a healthy lifestyle, so I can't tell you like what specifically is helping the most, but I know that the combination of doing these things have been definitely making a huge difference in my recovery. Now, the last thing I want to show you guys that I recently added to my regimen that has made a difference is Renew Life Daily Balance Pre and Probiotics. These have been making a huge difference in my digestive system. Ever since I started taking these, I can definitely notice that I just feel better. I feel lighter, and these are supplements that you can take every day. They're good for digestive system and immune support. And if you need me to explain like what's the difference between pre and probiotics, I can go ahead and do that in another video, but this is super helpful. They stay in the fridge. They have to stay refrigerated, and I take 2 a day, and I actually open up the capsule and I put it in my smoothie, and I feel like I digest it better that way, because when I wasn't taking it that way, I wasn't sure if it was even working or if it was just getting like ate up by my stomach acid before it even made it to where it needed to be. So I opened them up and I put them in my smoothie. That way I know that it's being absorbed one way or another. that is the supplies that has really been making a huge difference in my recovery. Even like 14 weeks post-op, it's still making a huge difference. So yes, I want to show you guys things that I bought that I did not find any use in. The first thing is this Neosporin. Like I told you guys in my video, I didn't really care if I used it or not, because at the end of the day, every household needs some Neosporin. I didn't need it for my recovery, thank God, because if I did, then that probably meant that I had an infection with my incisions, and I didn't. So that was actually a plus. The next thing that I thought I was gonna use and didn't were these knee braces. So as I said before, these knee braces are so cute because they're pink, but I didn't need them because it was so hard to get up and down. I would recommend, instead of getting these knee braces, I would recommend just getting a knee like pillow, something that you can kneel on, because you're going to spend a lot of time on your knees, but it's going to be super hard to get these on and off, especially if you're by yourself. You're not going to be able to bend down. You're going to have this board in. It's going to be really wonky. So if you can avoid these, please do, and get like a kneeling pad, if anything. The next thing that I recommended that actually didn't work out for me were these LIPO foams. I thought that because they were black, they were going to make a huge difference, but actually I didn't really like them. They get indented pretty easy, and they don't really form well to your shape, so it wasn't helpful. And also, I didn't really use these, not to say that they aren't useful, I just didn't use mine, because when I was going to Innovative doesn't really use foams. They like to use pads. So they use pads as a way to do the same thing that the foams would do. So I ended up not even using those, even though I know that they probably would have been great. That's just not how it worked out. So those are the things that I did not use. So just so you guys know that. But that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that it wasn't too fast. I don't try to make my videos too long because I know that you guys' attention span is like this. So short and sweet, straight to the point. I hope that you guys learned something, and I hope that some of the supplies that I've used will make a difference in your recovery. And that's all for today. So I will see you guys on the next video. Don't you move. The next video is coming right up.